Hello everyone, I'm LinkIsMyHomeboy. This is Flosstube number 84. Today is June 30th. It's a Wednesday, and it's nice and rainy again in Florida. Shock and horror, right? Welcome to Florida, land of the rain and the huge bugs. I've been dealing. I might need a blood transfusion or something. The mosquitoes are really loving me this year. It's very annoying. I've been doing some stitching. I have not been keeping up with a lot of the groups that I was stitching with before. Magical Stitches is sort of gone by the wayside. And Semi-Sane for this past month, I pretty much threw that out the window. Most of it had to do with Facebook having an issue with posting pictures, and it messed up everything, and I would have had to keep track, and I just didn't have the mind space for it. I'm not going to stress over it. So there's that. I do need to figure out what my cabin count is and where I'm at with that, so I can at least put some of these stitches that I'm doing for Crystal Academy over there. But otherwise, I'm just stitching and keeping up with orders. And I just started doing bags, this batch of bags. I got them all cut out, and I just started ironing today. So hopefully some bags will be coming soon, because all the last ones sold. I think I'm all out of the vinyl front bags right now. I don't think I have any. No, I don't. And except for a couple of smalls. And then I have a few of the mesh bags that are like this. I mean, I could make more of these, but I don't have any with this on it. I've been putting, oh crap, did I mess that up? Okay. I've been putting sayings on there with the vinyl and selling those on the group. I have a few of those left, and I'll be making more. I just need to catch up with the sewing. It's kind of hard because I get in this groove where I'm obsessed with the sewing stuff, and then I get obsessed with the vinyl stuff, which has been a lot lately. I made some color changing cups for some friends of mine. I did a couple for the house here, and then I've been doing the tumblers, trying different things on the tumblers, and just coming up with new ideas for these vinyl mesh bags to put stuff on those. And I'm having fun with it, and the more I have fun with it, the more I want to do it, so the less I'm doing the other things. It happens. It all comes around full circle eventually. But so that's what I've been pretty much up to. Saturday I go to get my second shot. I got my first one. I go to get my second one on Saturday. Hopefully I don't get too sick. I know I keep on hearing a lot of people saying the second one like did them in, but cross your fingers and hope I'm I'm different in every other way. I hope I'm different there too. So there's that. All right, let's get on to my whips. I think I almost have them in chronological order. With the Crystal Academy, basically you have 5 levels. They go in increments of 50, so it's 50, 100, 150, and so on, up to 250, for a total of 750 stitches. And they give you a whole week to do that. You had to pre-choose your whips, and you had to choose 6. It's either 5 or 6, I forget. Anyway, at least 5, and I can't remember if there's 6 and plus an extra credit, or it's 5 and the extra credit makes 6. So there's that. Anyway, so last week was Poppy. That's this one from Mirabilia. This one I started last year for my birthday, and honestly I'm stitching it and it has so much brown and I'm getting confused. I'm like, this does not look like brown. It looks like black and purples and reds, and boy is it deceiving, because there's a lot of brown in there. Here, I have a board this time. That's where she's at. What I ended up doing was finishing up the front part of this upper part of the skirt, the tight part of the skirt. I finished up back here. The wings are all done except for the back stitch in Krynic. and the beads. And I didn't do any of the back stitch up top either, but all that's done up there. And I just came down and I started on the red, and if I remember correctly, all this up here is done except for whatever beads are going to be in there. And I'm just trying to work down and get her skirt going and done. This is stitched on 32 count Elixir by XJU Designs. I'm really liking this green with the reds. It's popping off nice. But if you look, now the brown's sort of looking reddish, which makes sense. So, this needle minder is available in my group. I think it goes well with it. I love Jessica. Alright, so let's put this away. Next I had started stitching this one for the Music Mania on Semi-Sane. And then when it all went to crap for a while on Facebook, I just put it away and started doing the Crystal Academy stuff, and it had been sitting out and getting in the way, and I was like, let me just finish up the 500 stitches. So they've since fixed the Facebook issue, and I was able to put in for the second Music Mania thing, and I just decided I wasn't going to deal with the Music Mania anymore. I sort of fell out of love with it. But I did finish off the 500 stitches I needed on Alice in Wonderland. This one's by the Little Stitcher on Etsy. And these are still available. She's got a whole bunch in this series. And I have a few of them. I know I have this one and Addams Family. A couple others. I am stitching this one on 32 count Oops Daisy from Lampin' Loops on Etsy, who is the daughter of Becky Nolan from Lucy Beam, Love and Stitches. And this is how far I've gotten. Pretty much all this is done. All this is done, and I just have the bottom panel picture to do. I have a few more leaves here. There's some paint drops and a couple of leaves and flowers and a paint bucket here. And then from there on, I have that soldier and the queen and the other tree, rose bush. I'm pretty happy with it. I got in the deceivingly large. I didn't think it was going to be that many stitches, and lo and behold, I was able to finish up that 500 with choosing that, and I don't know, I think of the handle to the paintbrush, and was able to get that in. And I think I have some more of these left. I think I do on my group for the Alice needle minders. So she'll be going away for a while. I don't know when I'll pick her back out. She's not part of the ones that I picked up for the Crystal Academy. But she's a potential finish for this year. Next, my nose is driving me crazy. Itchy nose. My second choice for whips was this Heaven Earth Design Mini Space Traveler. This one's retired, can't get it. I did cut off where I'm going to stitch. I think it's like right around here and just a little bit of the bottom. So it's going to be more like that. I'm not doing that. And I had to put in 750 stitches, and I was able to do so here. Basically, these stitches were in there, but what I wanted to do was fill in all the little 1s and 2s in here and then go from there. So if there was like a stitch of whatever color, I'd do that and then carry it along and try to finish off the thread in that area. And so it's progressively filling in. The bottom of the page, I think, is right here. It's either here or here. It might be here. And this is the side of the page. So that page is almost done. And I did get a lot filled in. The Krynic is filled in there. There's more Krynic down here. I don't know if you could tell. Anyway, and somebody had asked me, what about the wording on box, it's not going to show up. Because it's the mini also, I think that's part of the issue. So it's not going to say police box. It's pretty much just going to be some lighter colors mushed in there, and you use your imagination. But I'm happy with the progress. This gets put away until the next time it comes out, because we do the same whips over again and in a whole nother session. This one is also available. I think I don't have too many of these left in my group. So there's that. This one's being stitched on 22 count, 1/1, by the way. Next, I started this next one last year, but I only got about 50 or so stitches in it. And this I used for an extra credit thing. We had to, there was a pop-up thing for Crystal Academy. I don't even know how to explain it. Anyway, there was a pop-up. You had to make a guess. When you made the guess, you had to do 200 stitches. So I chose this. I'm pretty sure I chose this to do the 200 stitches. No, I think I might have used the... Yeah, I used the Alice in Wonderland to finish that up, because I needed the 500 anyway. And then, after this vessel opened, you had to tie it into a whip, any whip you wanted, and then do 500 stitches. So I was able to tie it into this one, which is Sailing Ships. It's the Ship Concordia from Ronnie Rowe. It's the pen and ink designs. And although he calls for 413 as the color, I chose 310 instead, because I bought a cone of it, and it's going to be a shade off. It's not a big deal. I am stitching this on 18 count white Aida, and this is how much I've gotten done. When I started, I had about that much done. Maybe that much. So I did all of this. This is the very bottom right edge of the picture, and this is going up the ship. So I'm happy with that progress. A lot happier with that progress than I was with the little bit of progress I had before. And again, I have these available in my group. And this pattern's still available if you're interested. There's a set of 3. You'd think it was an easy stitch, but you really do need to pay attention and try not to customize it too much, because then you're going to lose the shapes and stuff. No, it's not even the last one. Hang on. Where'd it go? Anybody see it? Oh, here it is. Haha. Alright. Second to last one, and then the last one. This one I finished up the other night, the 750 stitches. This is the Mirabilia Silver Moon Tea. It's a full coverage. It's small, but full coverage. And this was gifted to me from Laurel. I am doing it in the called for colors, but I am stitching it on, I think it's a fabric flare, and it might be called lavender or something. I don't know. It's 32 count. It doesn't have a name on it. But here's where I got 750 stitches. There is an arm in there, but you can't really tell too much because there's no back stitching. I stitched up the yellow, all the yellow, and this arm, and some of the teacup and steam coming around, and that equaled the 750 stitches for this one. A few stitches over, but I'm happy with the progress, and she will come out again in the second set, the second run of these. Again, this is a newer one in my group, so that one's available. What is next? Now, I said there's an extra credit, and I know I showed it last time. My extra credit is One Nation. I know Janet finished hers. I've been pestering Jay Long with it to get her to work on hers. So, let's see. Alright, I'll take it out of the Q snap. I have it right where I want it. I just moved it last night and I should have just left it out. I ended up, I did 395 on this the last time, and then I hadn't touched it for a while. And then last night I put a couple hundred stitches in. I planned on putting like one thread in and going to bed, but then I ended up talking with the girls and putting a few threads in, so and it goes fast. So, this one is One Nation from Bygone Stitches. I don't think I have the picture here. Oh, I lied. Huh. Alright. Bygone Stitches, One Nation. It's all the states in a line on the stripes in the order that they joined the Union. Delaware was first because they cheated. I guess they have to be noted for something, right? So, I forget when I started this. This is stitched on Creekbed Brown, and I think it's a 32 count. And before I started stitching on this last time, I had finished all the stars and the blue. So now I just have red and white. And last night I finished up Louisiana and the red stripes there. So all that's done from the stars up, all that's done. I just have the lower portion to do. So what I did was I moved my Q-snap here. This edge is real. I didn't give myself too much border, so it's hard for the Q-snap. I have to use a hoop around the edges. So I moved the Q-snap here so I could just move with these couple of lines of these couple of stripes, the red and the white, and move along. For the extra credit, in order to get extra credit, you have to do 1,000 stitches. Each 1,000 stitches counts as an extra credit. So I'm at 581 stitches. I'm a little over halfway there, and I'll be working on this tonight when I start stitching again. Alright, I'm just going to leave that there because I can put that back together. I have my under 1,000 subs club. I've not watched Flosstube in a few weeks, so today, since I'm ironing, it's the best time to start watching it. Plus, a couple days ago, I caught up with LinkIsMyHomeboy. I think she's almost at 800 subscribers, so I decided, well, let me go ahead and put her on the next video. LinkIsMyHomeboy, that's Heather. She stitches a lot of frosted pumpkin stitchery and what else? Tiny Modernist. She's got one of the big, I think might be, no, it's the see, I don't do a lot of it. She likes to stitch the video game stuff, and I know it's Zelda. It's one of the maps of Zelda. She's stitching on that. She's done a lot. I'm trying to think of what the other one was that I really liked. I can't remember. Sorry, Heather. But she doesn't always put out the videos as regularly, but having 2 kids and life along the way will get in the, and plus I'm pretty sure StitchCon got in her way for a little bit too. So her last one's a month ago, but you have plenty to catch up with anyway. And go check her out. Hopefully we can get her over 1,000. Kick her out of the club, so to speak. And then all I have is a little bit of haul. One of them is some Stitchy Kindness that I got, and it was sitting on the side there, and I forgot to put it in with the pile, so it didn't get shown. And that is, I got this little card, and it's got a little insult on the back from Audrey. because apparently I fly again. She sent me this from Mad for Minders. You can find them on Etsy. She sent the postcard and hashtagged it with Vicky as a crybaby. Thank you, Audrey. I already thanked her when I got it. Actually, I think I threw an insult back at her, but that's the same thing as a thanks, and she knows it. The only other thing that I've gotten in the mail is my Fortnight Fabric of the Month. I do the duos, and I changed to 28 from 32 count. Last year I was doing 32 count. This year I decided on 28 count. Since I have a bunch of Mirabilias, and for those that don't stitch them or looking into stitching them, they usually call for 32 count, but the beads fit better on a 28 count. So there's that. So I decided to get some 28 count in there because I have a ton of 32 count. I probably should not be buying fabric, but I'm dying just thinking about it. But I would go through withdrawal. So I have a condition. We all know this. This month is Key and Peel, and it's an aqua and purple color. I'm loving this. I have loved every one that I've gotten from them so far, and so I'm happy with being in the club. Again, just in case anybody's worried, they do not staple that. They put it in a plastic bag. I staple it onto the selvage because it's easier for storing, because I don't store it in plastic. That is all I have. Like I said, I am working. Oh, God. I'm going to have to iron that again if I don't watch. I'm working on my latest set of bags. This batch of bags has some odds and ends thrown in, and I tried to get in a bunch of American patriotic for those that are outside the U.S. And because it's 4th of July and summer and Labor Day's coming up, so it's usually a patriotic summer theme. So that's what I'm going with, and then I will be trying to think of some more things to put on to those mesh bags. So that's my plans. I also put in an order for some new needle minders. I haven't been doing new needle minders too much. I have a big backlog of them, and I've been throwing sales out there. If you join my group, you'll see that I have sales every once in a while. I just pop them up whenever I get the mind to do it. So I think I'm done. I am so done. I need more coffee. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Hopefully I have a ton more stitching. Take care. And those out in Oregon dealing with that weather, just try to stay cool any way you can. It's actually dangerous out there. And don't forget, don't let anyone steal your sunshine. Bye.